We have Raj Buranpuri who's called in from Ahmedabad. Raj, what's your question?
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Magic Bricks, for giving me this opportunity. Sir, my question is, I'm looking for residential real estate segment, and will it be any impact of demonetization? Specific input means whether I'm going for a registered amount or still I need to give some...
Do you still need to pay in cash is the question, right, Raj?
Right. Generally 70-30 ratio is there.
Right. Raj,
So
which particular part of the real estate market are you looking at? What is your budget?
home, I am planning for home buying.
No, what is your budget?
Budget would be, as per the present and current scenario, it is a 30 to 40 lakh for 2 BHK here in Ahmedabad for particular area.
Okay, so 30 to 40 lakhs, he wants to buy 2 BHK in Ahmedabad. Will he have to pay cash?
This is the earlier scenario. After this demonetization, I am totally blind. What can be the new figure?
Will prices go up? Will prices go down? And does he have to pay cash still?
Right, that 30% will be completely out of the
Ashutosh, what do you say?
I think as a buyer, you are in a situation that was not available to you before in terms of holding your ground and not pay cash. I think in the past, you were not in this situation, particularly in cities of Gujarat, where the cash component was so very common. I think any sensible person will know that it gives you an opportunity as a buyer to do away with the cash component. Sometimes it's a compulsion. If the entire market, as a market practice, is expecting or indulging in some cash component, and if you need a property for your genuine use, sometimes it's a compulsion. But today with demonetization, you have a much bigger and better chance to hold your ground, not to pay cash. And then all those developers, and there are enough of them in the market, who would accept property price in white with check payment. So I think you just need to do your reconnaissance once more. Reach out to those developers who want to do clean deals, who want to accept cash, who don't want to accept cash payment, and stick with them.
Right, so Raj, essentially go out in the market and look for those people, those developers who are willing to accept check payments. Essentially in this market, nobody essentially should be asking you for cash. Ashutosh, before we move on to the next question, what happens to markets, like you just mentioned, like Gujarat, where a huge proportion of the market was dealing in cash? What happens in these markets? Do you see the impact far more in such markets as compared to those markets where check transactions are prominent?
Yes, I do see a higher impact in all those markets which heavily relied on cash component. I think in those markets, the higher objective, the greater objective was to park surplus cash rather than reaping returns the real estate sector used to give. The sector has delivered well in the past, so one made money as well. But I think the principal motive was to park surplus cash.
You're still shying away from giving us numbers. What kind of impact are you seeing on prices? Say if I'm just primarily talking about the resale market, in cities where most of the dealings were happening in cash, how much will prices go down?
No, it is not about shying away from the answer. It's too early to answer that, because we really need to assess the holding capacity of investors who will put their properties on block. And investors is a diverse community. They have invested at different points in time at different entry price. Their objectives were so very different. So unless we allow certain number of days to observe and try to analyze, it's very difficult to do a number.
I'll come back to you with that question again.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.